21st of October, Rabbi Furst, Berura.
Okay. All right, very good morning. Rabbi Shlomo Furst here. She was Samanafshi Yerushalayim Torah Zoom. We're learning Mishna Berura Siman Kuf Samech Aleph. We're learning the Hakdama of the Mishna Berura to Hilchos Netilas Yadayim in reference to the Chatzitza, which is Miakev, which will prevent the water from having its purifying effect on the hands and allowing a person to according to halacha, eat bread and also fruits. So maybe let's start again so we can get the foundational here. So it's worth doing a little bit of what we did yesterday. Okay.
Okay. So can you hear me?
Yeah, very good. You can go ahead.
You want me to start at the beginning?
Yeah, sure. I think it'll be good. It'll be a good review. This is because the basis of all the halachas are going to be these principles that the Mishnah Berurah is laying down now.
Okay, sounds good. Liyishar Lizet Sira the Villa Inyan to Vilas Aguf. So let's see, we're going to be careful. This is the preface of the first Sira.
Right, the person should be careful. So that's the lashon of the mechaber. That the mechaber I didn't quote the mechaber here. The mechaber says a person should be careful from having a what we call the chatzitza, intervening substance, the barrier between him and his hands and the water when he's washing his hands. So now the Mishnah goes in akdim lozeh akdam. I'll give a preface to this as a short forward.
This is the subject of the immersion of the body. Is this Tigay Lamar?
Let's see. I'm not sure if it's your microphone, but it's getting a background noise in your.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me check my microphone and see.
Oh no, it's 100% better. It's 100% better. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's microphone. That's the problem.
It's good now.
Is that better?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Okay, yeah, it was set to the computer's microphone instead of the expensive external microphone that I bought.
Right, I have that problem.
To Katsir, Liyizhar Shalo Yiyeh Chatzitza. You have to be careful that there is no barrier. V'hayinu Shalo Yiyeh Shum Davar Mudavak. That there should be no nothing, no thing interrupting al haguf on the body be'es ha-tevilah at the time of immersion. I'm not sure what this abbreviation is. Dalid Ayin Yud Zion.
That al yedei zeh, through this.
Through this. I see. Okay, through this. Lo yiyeh oso hamakom roy the vias mayim, that there should not be a place which is not proper for the water. V'im haya chatzitza, that if there is a barrier, lo alta, lo tevila. What's alta?
It will not, literally, it won't benefit him, the tefillah.
It won't benefit. It will not be beneficial, and there will be no tefila. There'll be no immersion.
Right.
Af deman haTorah, and even according to the Torah, lo hiyu chatzitza. There is only a chatzitza. There is no chatzitza except he ha chatzitza al rov basar. If there is a barrier on the majority of the body, haguf, majority of the flesh of the body, demirivinan to midirabanan. According to the rabbis, asur, it is forbidden. Afilu im haya chachatzitza, even if there is a barrier al miyut haguf, on a small part of the body. Zera atu rovo ach lo asro.
Okay, stop there. A gezerah atu roive was a gezerah because of the majority, meaning the Rebbeim, they came in and stepped in, and they made a gezerah that even though midaraisa, if it's a miyut, a minority, it's still kosher. They made a gezerah that a miyut would be forbidden because they don't want us to get close to making a mistake and not having a majority. So they want in all cases we should never have a question of a majority. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning. Sorry I'm late. I thought it was 9:30 today.
No, we started a bit early because I may be interrupted.
Okay.
The Baruch Hashem, I think I can leave the hospitals. Exactly what time, I'm not sure, but some people may come to talk to me. But in the meantime, so we got an early start. We just started about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I tell you, we're going to review this. Maybe, Lou, let's give Mayor a chance to read this so he can catch up with us. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
I was trying to figure out what Kuf Samach Aleph was.
Right. This is Orach Chaim Kuf Samach Aleph. Okay. Now,
Okay.
what I should have done was copy over the Mechaber, but I didn't copy the Mechaber. I just copied the Mishnah Berurah, because the Mishnah Berurah is basically just giving you here a Hakadama, a preface to these halachas, because they're a bit complicated. So it wants to make it easier and give us a preface to these halachas. So I just copied the Mishnah Berurah. But this first word, that's Kuf Samach Aleph, that's Orach Chaim Kuf Samach Aleph. That's by Yehilchus and Tilus Nedaim. And Sifkat and Aleph here is the Mishnah Berurah, the Chavetz Chaim's Hakdama, is preface to this subject matter over here. So yeah, give it a try here, because Lou read this just now, but I want you to catch up with us so we will be together here.
Okay. So Lisa Hare, that's a warning.
Right. So that's the word of the Mechaber that the Mishnah Berurah. So because the Mechaber, we'll get back when we get back to the text of the Mishnah Berurah and the Shulchan Aruch, we'll see that the Mechaber used that lashon. A person should be careful, meaning he has to be, when you're washing your hands, one of the main things you have to do is when you're preparing your hands to be washed, you have to make sure that there are no intervening substances, no barriers to the water cleansing your skin and purifying it according to the halakha that's necessary.
Oh, okay. Okay. Akdim lazeh hakdama kitzera. Okay, so I'll begin this with a short preface, introduction, maybe. Uh,
Right.
V'hu inyan tevilat haguf. And it's a matter of immersing the body. Kuf yud lamed.
Right. So the meaning the now these halachas are referring to the washing of the hands.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, there be some exceptions, but in general, the same laws that apply for the physical immersion of the whole body, either a man or a woman, or whatever the facility might be. You have many cases where you have to have the physical immersion.
Rabbi, your voice just faded out. Can't hear you at all now.
Huh.
Now I can hear little choppy pieces of your voice.
Hello, hello, do you hear me?
Okay,
Hello?
now it's better.
Now it's back. Yeah.
Coming back? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. So there are many times where the in a mikveh, that's 40 saw of water. Most common is a woman when she comes out of a period of nida to be purified. She's required to go to the mikveh. Another time, very common and known is a ger. If a ger wants to misgayer, part of the process of Berura is they go to the mikveh, the purification of the body, the transformation of the upgrade of the non-Jewish body to a Jewish body is enhanced and required to have a
Hmm.
Kohen Gadol, as you probably know very well, Mayor. I think it was 7 times on Yom Kippur to go to the mikveh.
That's true. Yes.
That's part of his avoda. So there are many times that the immersion in a mikveh is required, and there are specific requirements and details which have to be known for the immersion to be effective. And it applies also with washing the hands. Washing the hands is like the cup that we use to wash your hands is like a mini mikveh. When you use a revis, we spent a lot of time learning those halachas, if you remember. That using a revis is going to be give the washing cup that you're using the halachic status of a mikveh, and for washing hands, that is specifically. And the laws of washing hands are modeled after the immersion of the whole body in the mikveh. So,
Mhm.
so that's the from it. What we call a tetzitza. Tetzitza is an intervening substance between the water and the hands, a barrier, some barrier between the water and the hands. When there's a majority of that intervening substance, the tetzitza, on the person's body, so then it renders the tefillah invalid. It's what we call it's ma'akiv the tefillah.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, midaraisa, if there's a majority of barrier on the body of the hand or the body of the person, depending which type of tefillah you're talking about, that will render the tefillah ineffective. Now, the rabbis came and made a gezerah that even though that it's only a pasul midoraisa from rove, however, the rabbis made a gezerah that even if it's a miyut, a minority of barrier on the hand or the body, that will also prevent the tefillah from being affected.
Oh,
That's what the Mishnah Berura is describing over here. Let's take a look again.
okay. So let's see. So the tzarik lizaher shelo yiyeh hatita. So you must be careful not to have this barrier. V'hainu shelo yiyeh shum davar mudavach al haguf ve'et hatvila, and that there should not be anything attached or literally glued on the
Yeah,
body at the
yeah,
time of
yeah.
Tevila.
Right, attached. Anything should be attached. There are different ways things can be attached. I mean, there are different types of chetzitzes. You can have oil on a person's hand. You can have blood on a person's hand. You can have a bandage on a person's hand. You can have um, some maybe even some types of tattoos. Maybe. I mean, did you ever have the question about when you're duchening about having ketzitza on your hands when you're duchening, right? I'm not sure if the
Right.
question ever came up. If you have a Cohen has a bandage on his hand, can he duchen or not? Right? Yeah. Same same idea. Right? So there are many different ketzitzas, something which is, but they all have the common denominator that they're some way stuck, attached to the flesh of the hand.
Yeah, I once had that problem. I burnt part of my hand very badly, so I had bandages on it. So
Mhm.
I asked the Rav of my community then in Highland Park.
Right.
He said, "Well, you can go up in Duchen, but do not say the bracha."
Don't say the first bracha.
Right.
No, very good. Very good. Yeah.
So that was his answer.
Very good. Okay. So you had a good source to ask, Baruch Hashem.
Right.
That reminds me, if I could interrupt just a second. Rabbi, when did we start saying Mashiach Baruch Umrida Geshem?
Okay, so that we started on Simchas Torah, Shmini Atzeres, right?
Oh,
That was
what's the other one that we say?
okay. That's the
Marita
Vitain
Tol?
bracha, vitain tal matali bracha. That we say later this
that'll be
December, early
usually, yeah,
December.
usually comes out in Eretz Israel, usually around I think Zion of this next coming month. We have another week or so. This is today's Erev Rosh Chodesh, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So I believe it should say it should if you even your English sefer, unless it's completely geared for Kutzlorets, it should mention about Eretz Israel also, and it should say right there. Does it? Yeah, take a look there. There should be a small one or two lines there.
No, it says the 5th of December because that's when you say it in Chutz La'aretz.
Kutzlorets, right? So
But it doesn't say what you do in Israel, at least not in my sitter.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's usually Zion Mar Cheshbon, but I can double check. By the time we get to there, we have another week or so.
Right, right. That would be the 29th of October. So now the 21st. So yeah, it's a little bit more than a week.
I think so. I'll have to double check. Plenary. If I don't get back to you with an answer today or tomorrow, ask me and I'll verify. It should be clearly stated. One second. I have a lure here. One second. I have a lure here. One second. I took it with me here. One second, please. Hold on. Yeah, it'll be right. It'll be I think Tuesday should be Tuesday night. Tuesday night we start asking.
Oh,
That'll be that because that'll be Tuesday night. It's going to be the night of Zion Mar Cheshbon, right?
Right. Thank you.
oh, okay. Very good.
Can verify that. There'll probably be announcements in shul.
Right.
Yeah, they usually bang the table or something to warn you. Okay.
If we have a chance, maybe we'll take a day or two to review those halachas as well as you like. That might be worthwhile.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, Leonetta will try. We can try and plan that for next week. Okay,
Okay, so we have to make sure nothing's attached at the time of to the body at the time of Tevila. What's this? The Alzet, therefore, I guess.
yeah, that the
What?
Al Yudei that Al Yudei Zet through this.
Okay, this Lo Yihye Oto Hamakom Ra'oi Leviat Mayim.
Right. So through this barrier which is attached to the body at the time of the tefillah, through this it doesn't make that place fit for the water to reach it.
Oh, so the water can't reach it. Okay. Ve'im haya chatzitza lo alta la tevila. Okay, and if there was a barrier, lo alta, you did not fulfill the tevila, the immersion.
Right. It hasn't been effective. And then if a person wants to eat bread, he's still forbidden to eat bread without having his hands washed properly.
Oh yeah. Huh.
And also, if he's not careful, if he didn't check, it could be if he's making a bracha, it could be a bracha levatala. Right? We make the bracha al natilas yadayim has to be a proper kosher washing of the hands.
Okay. Very good. Let's go on. Okay, the Alf Deman HaTorah Lo Hayu Chatzitza what Elohim Kain Haya Chatzitza Al Rov Basar Haguf. Wow. But Midrabanan it's Asur.
Right, you'll see that. You're right. So according
Okay.
to, go ahead.
So let's see from the Torah, there isn't a chitzitza, only if the majority of the flesh of the body, but that's the and from the rabbis that's asur.
Afilu im haya chatzitza muat.
Oh, okay.
We'll just continue that sentence a bit. Yeah.
Im haya hachitza al miut haguf gezerah atu rovo.
So the rabbis came and made a gezerah, an enactment that the chatzitza, even if it's only a minority of the group, it's still going to be forbidden because it's a gezerah atu roiva. They didn't want us to approach the mistake of having a tefillah when it would be a majority. Sometimes you wouldn't be able to tell if it's a minority or a majority. So they would go as even a minority is awesome.
Wow. Okay. So let's see. Achlo asru hachamim al imkain k'shederech b'nei adam lahakpid alav. Okay, so what it's but it's the Hachamim, the rabbis didn't forbid um, if in Cain, if uh, what when one's on the
Also,
road.
right. So there's another condition. So the rabbis came and made a gezerah mute acharo, but that was only made ela in Cana only unless there
Okay.
was the way of regular people to be makbid on what is there on their goof. And there's some things which are barriers to the water's approach to the skin, which might not necessarily be katzitzu because people are not makbid. Like Lou mentioned yesterday, like let's say a ring, right? Uh, a ring. We'll have to see what the exact halacha is about a ring. But let's say, for example, that people are not makbid that they have rings on their fingers. They actually want the rings on the fingers as an adornment, right? So
Mhm.
therefore, you can't say people are makbid that the ring be removed because they want the ring to be there. So then, even though it's a miyut, uh, then the gezer of the Rabbanim would not apply, say, to a ring. That's theoretically speaking. We'll have to see the exact halacha.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Shisur Hachamim. Okay, you get there. B'nei Adam Hafkid Alav. Okay, Sheishaer Kach Af She'ata Be'et Hatvila Ein Makpid. So let's see. Sheishaer, if something, I guess, remains
That's right, correct.
at the time of immersion. Uh, it's not a makpid. We're not strict
Right. Well,
about
they're
this.
not particular about it.
Oh.
You know, people like things certain things that are not people not particular what they have on their flesh or not. There are various different things like the a ring, for example, jewelry. Some sometimes they like maybe like hand creams. They want the hand cream on it, right? Not
Mm-hmm.
want, but like blood, they wouldn't necessarily want blood on it or oil of some sort. You grease. Sometimes people's hands are dirty, right? So people are makbid about um, dirt. So even a small amount of dirt would prevent the tefillah from being kosher. Because people are makbid not to have their hands dirty.
Mm-hmm. I
Although
hear.
it all depends, right? Sometimes, for example, like a person who's working on a kibbutz, he's picking carrots all day, so he may not be makbid if his hands are dirty.
So I
But
guess when on the kibbutz when they bring you out your breakfast, if you're in the carrot field, you better not you either better have a good place to wash or don't I guess don't say hamotzi on
yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's right.
Okay, so let's see. So afkide no chotzetz. What afim kain or haya mikuse rov haguf the azasur midrabanan. Afilu
Right.
kashem udak. Okay, so what? Uh, even if it covers the majority of the body,
Right.
most of
So,
the
so, so now, in something which it's the derek that people are not particular about it, right?
hmm
So it's not chaytzeitz, unless it covers a rove of the group. Then it would be usher bunny. So at this point, we're dealing with basically two conditions. Rove or miyat, that's one condition, and also makbid or eno makbid.
Oh, you know. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. Midrabanan afilu kashe mudbach alav davar.
Would you just excuse me for 2 minutes, please?
Uh,
Just 2 minutes. No, just excuse me for 2 minutes. You can continue on. Just you can review. You can continue on. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
oh, okay. I didn't know that Rabbi Furst was in the hospital.
Right. Yeah, I should have told you. Rabbi Furman is also in the hospital. Well, you probably know that because you're in his shir.
Right, that I knew, and I haven't heard. I don't think I got any emails or about it. His because he was having an operation.
I talked to him last night. He had the operation. Um, he didn't sound great, but he didn't sound terrible. He couldn't talk because he had a roommate that was sleeping.
Ah,
So we didn't talk much. He just said he had the operation and that he couldn't talk. And I just wished him a refuah shlema and hung up.
oh, okay. Yeah, I had a similar operation many years ago,
Uh-huh.
but they let me out of the hospital the next day. But I was so zonked, I was in bed a large part of the following week,
Right.
and
Right. Yeah, well, that was what I had when I had my hernia.
ah,
I was only in the hospital for a day, but I was out of it for a week.
because I had uh, I don't think that they're there anymore. Maybe slightly five suture marks along my belly.
Uh-huh.
So I'm glad I didn't watch what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I read an article recently about using hypnosis for brain surgery.
Really?
Phenomenal. They did brain surgery on this person. They actually drilled into his head, um, and he was awake the whole time and completely unaware of what they were doing. He was
Wow.
like in Tahiti,
Uh-huh.
relaxing on the beach.
Wow.
But I got put to sleep when I had mine.
I definitely I mean it's funny because it's just about as soon as they put the what's it called? Anesthetic into me, I was out.
Right. Yeah, me too. I think they had me count to 10 and I didn't make it to 10.
So I had it worse when I broke my big toe. So I went to my orthopedist, I think orthopedist. Also, I was a podiatrist. And in order to reset the toe, which never really reset because the bone the what happened the joint was broken, so he gave me 5 shots to numb it.
That's a lot of shots.
Yeah, much more painful than the prostate operation. I mean, I had tears coming down my eyes. It was so
Really?
bad.
That's surprising.
And then once it took effect, that it was numb, and he could do whatever he wanted to do with the toe.
Yeah.
Ironically, I broke it. My my mother years ago had what was it called? Something wrong with the heart,
Uh-huh.
and so it was very difficult for her to walk. And she and my dad came to my house. I had like two or three steps to get up to the front door. So
Right.
what I did, I bought this large board. I don't know, it was 6 feet by maybe 3 feet.
Yeah.
And then when I dragged it, brought it, because I was pretty strong in those days. I carried it to the front steps and then accidentally dropped it on my big toe. That's how I broke the toe.
Oh, wow. That must have
Yeah,
hurt.
it did hurt. And during the visit, I mean, I was in pain, but I didn't think much of it. And I think it was a Sunday anyway, so my doctor wasn't available.
Right.
But when I went to him, boy, he did a good job on me. So,
Okay, I'm back. Thank you for the interruption. Okay,
okay, so let's see where we are now.
okay, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you have it here. Oh, okay, good.
Right, so now we're talking about that there has to be something which is mock, that people are mockbeat about.
Okay, hold it. Okay. Okay. What's that? Ayin Zion?
Yeah. Al zeh, I mean,
Oh, how's that?
yeah, al zeh. In mockbeat al zeh, then people are not mockbeat on this.
Okay, aval davar she'ein derech l'hakpid eino chotzeitz.
Oh, so something which is the derek that people are not particular about, then it's not going to be considered a barrier.
Oh, okay. Afin kain hay.
Elohim came,
Oh,
unless.
well, let me just plug my machine in before I go blank. Okay. Elohim kain haya mekuse rov haguf the az asur mi rabbanan. Okay, so what Elohim Cain, nonetheless, if it's the majority of the body is covered, then it's a sore based on the rabbis. Afilu kasher mudbak alav davar she'ein derech lahakpid alav. Okay, so even if it was blocked by a thing, that is not, I guess, the usual way to have a barrier, impedance on it.
Right. So just as a summary, there are basically two ways that the chetzitza can be interfere with the tefillah. One, if it's a majority of the body, and people, even if people are not makbid about it, people,
Mhm.
let's say people like to put I don't know, perfume on their body, and it remains there. So they cover their whole body with some kind of a body lotion, right? Right? So it's covered, or let's make it easier. We're talking about hands, right? So it's easier. Maybe now whether a lotion, let's say a hand lotion, let's say you've got a hand lotion, and so people are not makbid. They want the hand lotion on it to keep their hands moist and smooth, right?
Right.
So they're not makbid about it, but nevertheless, it's a majority of the hand, right?
Correct. Mhm.
So we'll have to see if it would be considered to be an intervening substance. It may not because it may be absorbed into the skin, so it may not be really considered to be a barrier because the water is not really interfering with it. But let's say we some type of a thick oil, right? Some type of
Mhm.
oil. Well, another very common chatzitza that's very shkiach is when women they make a batter of bread. They're kneading bread, so they'll get dough under their fingernails, right? Like
Right.
they'll
Right.
your fingernails. So, and also sometimes as part of the process of kneading the dough, they cover their hands with flour so the flour doesn't stick readily to their hands. So now
Hmm.
you have your hands covered with flour. Now people are not makbid about that because that's part of the process and the necessities of doing their kneading, right? But yet,
Right.
since it's going to be a majority, that would still be a ma'akev the tefillah.
Wow.
So that's one way you can. So again, you can if it's going to be a majority, even though they're not makbid, that's going to be a ma'akev the tefillah. And secondly, even if it's something which they're not makbid about, like so that's something that they are makbid about, then even a miyut
Uh-huh.
would be.
Wow. Okay. Ul'inyan nun tet yud.
No, so the Indian natilas yadayim.
Oh, this is Natila Yadayim.
That's right. We're going to see that abbreviation a lot of times probably. Nun tet yud. Nitilas yadayim.
Oh, okay. Gam Kain, Afshehu Midrabanan, Kol de Tikkun. What's also, with the matter of Natila Yadayim, washing the hands, also, um, they, from the rabbis, called the Tikkun.
Right. So also right. Also, when it comes to the topic of natilas yadayim, right? Gam kain after rabbanon, kol tikkun rabbanon ke'ein deraisa tikkun. All the enactments. Tikkun is an enactment that the rabbis made in the two derisas. They made them similar to the enactments of the derisas.
Oh, so it's similar to Torah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Tikkun. Okay. The Alkane, Im Yesh Chatzitza al Rov Hayad, the Hainu al Rov Makom, Tanatila Asur. That's what we just said before, I guess. So if there's a barrier on the majority of the hand, uh, just as in the majority of, of a place, what Natila is Asur.
Right. So in that case also, therefore, al kain, therefore, im yesh chatzitza al roi vayad, if there's going to be a intervening substance on the majority of the hand, I know al roi makam natila, that means on the majority of the place where you have to wash your hands.
Mhm.
Also, the usher, meaning the tefillah is not permitted. It's not a kosher tefillah. If you aim there, makbid allowed, even if people are not makbid about it.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Afilu im ein derech b'nei adam lahakpid alav v'im haya rak al mi'ut hayad eino asur. Okay. So what it's not, it's even if it's not the way for people, uh, lahakpid, I guess, to have a barrier on them.
Right? Because so again, you have right because since it's robe, right? Since it's robe of the place on the hand where the water is supposed to go, it's also even if a person's not going to be makbid on it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, Noah Sword.
Like
Uh,
a good case would be, let's say, a glove. It's cold outside, right? So a
uh,
person wants his hands to be covered. He's not makbid about his glove. He wants his glove on his hand. But since he is wearing a glove and it's on the majority of his hand, that will be considered to be a barrier to the tefillah.
oh, okay. Afim Kain Haderek Lakpid. It's Ayin Zion.
How's that?
Oh, Alzeh. Okay. Viata Nivaer Ivrei Kashayla. No, that's
Shulchan Aruch.
Shulchan Aruch.
So now after this Hakdama, these are the basic rules that we need to know when it comes to judging the various cases of Natilas Yadayim. Right? So you have the basic criteria of robe or niyat or a makbid and a makbid. Again,
Oh, okay.
if it's going to be a case where he's makbid, then even a niyat, a minority of the hands area would be preventing the tefillah to be kosher. And if he's not makbid, then it requires at least a majority.
Wow. Oh, okay.
And that's basically the hakdama that the Mishna Berura gave over here. And now, as he says, he's going to now explain the words of the Mechaber. That's the
Okay, so Masha Katuv, Lizaher Mechitza, Hainu Sheyasir Mehayadayim, Kodem Hanatila.
just 1 minute, please. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Meir, the abbreviation Aleph Kaf.
Yeah, Afim Kane, maybe?
No, it's Elohim Cain.
Oh, Ella, right.
So it's like except.
Oh, okay. Good, thank you. Huh. Elohim Kane, right. Except, okay. He translates it unless, but that's okay.
Yeah, unless
I
it's
guess
called
I guess
there.
it's the same. It's similar.
Yeah.
Elohim Kane. You know, if we're going to have Rabbi Levitt today, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. Yes, we're going to have Rabbi Levitt, but he's got a problem with his computer, so I'm going to
Okay.
host.
Okay, so what about 11 o'clock?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And also, I sent you a link. I had a problem with my computer. My Zoom got trashed, so
Oh,
I lost my ID. So they gave me a new ID. So I sent you a link to click.
oh, I better find it. Let's see.
If not, send me an email and I'll send a link again.
Okay.
I sent it yesterday afternoon.
Oh, yesterday.
Okay, uh, very good.
Okay, I have to look for that, Lou.
Yeah, okay, sorry for the interruption.
No
Yeah,
problem.
good. So we have the Mishna Berura. Now the Mishna is turning to his explanation of the Shulchan Aruch.
Right, Masha Katuv. Okay. Lizaher mechitza hainu sheyasir meyadayim kodem hanatila. Kol devar shaderek b'nei adam. Okay, so what's it basically saying that one should remove from his hands any impediment before immersing?
Right. So that's the first word in the Mechaber is the Zohar. So what is he's trying to explain? The Chafetz Chaim explain what does it mean that the Mechaber is telling us to be careful? To be careful about what? Like, he has to be careful, but the tzitza has to be careful from any barrier. Hainu sheyaser me'adayim kodem and the tila kol davar derech b'nei adam lot b'lav. He has to be careful to remove anything that before he's washing his hands, anything that people are makbid alav, and to lasiro to remove it. Now, and I'll tell you one of the most common things is, and people not necessarily aware of it, but it could be question is whether they're makbid on it. But if people, especially if they have long fingernails, sometimes there's dirt under the fingernails, right?
Right.
And some people are makbid about it, some people are not. So it's if obviously it's going to be a miyut, it's not going to be a majority of the hand because the space under the fingernails is not that large. But if he's makbid about it, it doesn't matter if he's going to be a miyut or not. I mean, if it's a minority.
Ah.
So that's one thing that we'll be taking
So
a look at.
what about let's say you have on you're doing the Chila Yadayim where you want to have whatever, and you have a scab on your hand from a cut.
Right.
Is a scab a chatzitza?
So we're gonna have to see about that. It could depend. It could depend on the stage at which the scab is. If it's on the early stages of the wound, so then it's you want it there. Right? You want it there because it's helping the healing. But if
Right.
it's sometimes at the later stages, it's just a nuisance. It's itchy and it's interfering sometimes, right?
Correct.
So well, there'll be specific. If I'm not mistaken, there's a specific siman or sif that'll discuss about the scabs.
Oh, okay. Very good.
I wonder
Okay.
also, Rabbi, does this mean that if I'm going to wash my hands for bread, that I should go get a nail clipper and clean out under each fingernail to make sure there's no dirt in there?
Okay, so that all depends. That depends on what. First of all, how makbid are you? I mean, do you usually care about any dirt that might be underneath your fingernails, and it also depends how long your fingernails are, right? Um, so it's a certain to a certain extent, it's a personal preference involved here.
I see.
Whether you usually care about the dirt underneath your fingernail.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it all depends on the situation. Like sometimes if you're out there in the garden, you've got a lot of dirt underneath your fingernails, so you wouldn't. Most people probably wouldn't feel comfortable sitting down to eat a meal with dirt under their fingernails. Other times, sometimes it's just a little bit dirt here and there, so they're not really don't care about it so much. But we'll get to the more specifics as time goes on.
Okay, so let's see. ואם נטה ידיו ואחר כך נמצא עליו דבר חוצץ בין על מיעוט היד בין על רוב היד, תלינן. Oh, did I go too far?
Lahakia.
So,
So let's say he washed his hands, he made his bracha, he's in the middle of his meal, and now he discovers that he has a miyut there. He discovers that there's I don't know, there's some type. He was, let's say he was using glue. This is a very good example. Glue. Let's say he was gluing something, right? Elmer's glue, that sticky stuff.
right.
And it dries on your hands, and you get the crazy glue that's even worse, right? So let's say after he washed his, let's say he forgot, he was doing something with glue in the middle of the afternoon. Now it's 6 o'clock at night. He wants to wash for a motzi, and he forgot all about that. He was using glue this afternoon, and now in the middle of the meal, he realized after he washed his hands, he realized that he's got to, what's the sticky stuff on my hands? It's some glue from this afternoon. So what are you supposed to do now? So that's what the Mishnah says here, right? Let's say if in a case, Vim Noto Yadav Ba'afikach, if he washed his hands and afterwards Nimsa Lav Dabakotsis, and he did find something which is Dabakotsis, Bain Al Miyat Hayad. Now this is important, whether it's the Miyat of the Yad, just a small portion of the hands, and Al Rova Yad, whether it's on the majority of the hands, Talim Lahakil. We can be maker. That we can say, right? We can say that it happened afterwards, right? But again, that's in a case where there's nothing that's going to prove that he wasn't using glue, right? If he knows he was using glue, so we can understand clearly that the glue was there from the time he was using glue, right? But if he has no proof that the things on his hand now came before he washed hands, so he can say that the thing that came onto his hands came there afterwards.
Oh, okay. Okay, לכתחילה ראוי עין קודם.
It's likatila. However, likatila, ideally, it's proper. It's really, it's proper. Shiyayin, he should investigate. Koidem natila, he should investigate before he washes his hands.
Okay, Natila. Im ein alav davar chotzeit. So if there's nothing there that's blocking
Right.
it.
Right. So likatila, before he sets out to wash his hands, he should check his hands to see that there's no thing intervening between his hands and the water.
So with the glue, can we say that it's a miyut and he's not makpid?
If in case he's not makpid, let's say he's not makpid, right? If he is makpid, then it all depends on his personal preference, right?
Right.
So it'll depend. Some people don't care if the little glue is there on his hands. Some people, they have to peel it off right away. If they get that crazy glue on their hands, that's what it's called, crazy glue, because if it drives them crazy, it gets stuck to their fingers.
That's true.
Yeah. So as we'll shift back to the Mishnah Berura. Well, hopefully tomorrow I'll be in my normal my more home setting or the yeshiva setting, Baruch Hashem, and we'll start. We can take out your Mishnah Berura Chedek base. That'll be our starting point in Kufsan Aleph, and we'll see the Macabre, and all these details will be coming to fore as we go further on in the Shulchan Aruch.
Okay.
All
Very
right,
good.
Rabbi, thank you very much. Refuah Shalema.
Yes, Refuah Shlema, Rabbi.
Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. It's a physics for me to be able to, under these circumstances, to be able to give you share. So it's helping in my rapport as well, Be'ezrat Hashem. And like I said, hopefully I'll be back with Hashem. Hopefully I'll be back from maybe normal set up tomorrow. And again, tomorrow's Rosh Chodesh, so we're still on the 9:30 schedule, right? What did we say? Tomorrow's Rosh Chodesh, so what are we starting? 9 or 9:30 tomorrow?
Probably better to start 9:30.
Yeah, I think Rosh Chodesh is the 23rd. It's Thursday, right?
No, Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so tomorrow will be 9:30.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Very good. See you then, Mr. Shem. Have a good afternoon.
All right,
Okay,
you too, Rabbi.
be well, Rabbi.
That's good. Thank you so much.